Assalamualaikum everybody. I'm actually gonna be reflecting on yesterday where I was serving chai for Jummah. I actually missed the first Jummah because I was late. So here's the entire story. So as most of you already know, I am selling chai to raise funds for charity. So yesterday was day 4 of chai for charity and I planned to do my final chai sale actually, and I wanted to close it with a bang. So I wanted to make a lot of chai, like the most I've ever made, and I wanted to sell it over both the Jummahs. Obviously Jummah is where the most Muslims gather in one place at a time, especially the first Jummah. Even though I'm already way past my goal, I still want to continue to raise funds, and I thought that Jummah was gonna be the perfect opportunity. Unfortunately, I was late for Jummah because I had class 9 to 12 p.m. After class, I had lunch because I had no breakfast. I don't eat in the morning and I didn't have time anyway. So I had lunch on campus and then I got my brother some food. But before going home, I had to go get groceries for making chai. So I made a stop, I bought groceries, and then I came home around 1:30 or so. Jummah was supposed to be at 2:05, so I was like really short on time and I most likely wouldn't make it. I think I was done making chai around 2:20 or so. I called the Uber and I reached campus 2:30, and I know like by then Jummah is most likely over, so I lose my opportunity to serve hundreds of people. Not really hundreds of people, but there were hundreds of people there, and if I had caught Jummah, then I would be able to basically run out of all the chai in just that one gathering. That did not happen. Even though I was late, it kind of made up because the Uber driver heard about my cause and he was really happy about it, and he donated $40, which is the equivalent of serving chai to like 8 people. So Alhamdulilah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he kind of compensated for it. So that was really nice, and as usual I have these really nice encounters with Uber drivers. The Jummah was over. I had to compensate by serving chai in the second Jummah Salah, which was not nearly as many people. I also had to wait until Maghrib. It's like flooded. It's very time sensitive, right? So a lot of people come. And also during my Islamic class, Alhamdulillah, I was still able to like sell out. I'm the kind of person who's not gonna go back home until I'm out of my chai. Even though I made a little more compared to the previous events, I still kind of raised the same amount of money, which is kind of sad. I made more chai and I spent more time selling, but I still ended up with the same amount of money. So people were a little less generous this time. Like this time I got the value that I was selling at instead of charity value. Does that make sense? Like usually when people are giving charity, they pay a lot higher compared to just the value of the item, but this time I just got the value of the item, if that makes sense. So I didn't make that much, but I did get to record a lot of good chai content. So by that I mean like good chai reactions that I'm really excited to share. A highlight of my day was also coming across some people that basically recognized me through Instagram actually. They were like, hey, I think I saw you on my Instagram suggestions. I think it must be you. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think anybody else sells chai around here, so I think it must be me. And they're like, damn, so you're the one. I think I will try your chai, see what all the hype is about. And so she really ended up loving it. It turned out that she's actually part of Charity Week, like the official Charity Week that I'm fundraising for. And I was like, whoa, it's you guys. Like, wow, because we're literally doing all this for your initiative. So they liked the chai so much that they were like, would you like to be our supplier for our official Charity Week dinner? And that has like 150 people. And I was just like, whoa, like I'm not even a business at this point, not yet. I've been thinking about it, but I haven't had people actually approach me like that. I was like, whoa, 150 is kind of big. And then her sister was like, yo, I think we already have a supplier. I was like, oh, okay, good, because I wouldn't be able to supply for 150 people anyway. But then they were like, okay, would you be open to doing it for smaller events like our halakas at another masjid? Would you be interested in being our supplier for that? I was like, how many people? And then she's like around 50, 60. I was like, yeah, that's more doable. They're already buying it from somebody else, so they want to support small businesses, so might as well support me. So that was really an eye-opener for me. That was like the push that I needed to convert this into a business, small business. So yeah, because of that encounter, I'm now taking my whole chai endeavor more seriously and most likely gonna monetize it. Just this week and the past week, I've just been so busy with just fundraising, and even though it has been so effortful in terms of making the chai, and then it's spilling over sometimes, and then like pouring the whole thing and then cleaning up after. Well, thanks to my roommate, because he always does all my cleanup, and he's like, you go, because I'm always rushing. So he's the one who does all my cleanup, and then I always take the Uber because I'm running late and it's just really heavy, and then I have to like walk across campus carrying like really heavy chai. And yesterday, because there was so much leftover and I had to take it to like different places, it was really heavy, and I also had my backpack with my laptop and stuff too, so it was like a lot of effort. Even though I made more chai and did not make as much money, just coming across these people, and also I made a lot of friends and got a lot of amazing reactions and content, so it kind of made up for the extra effort and the time and the chai. So I guess it's not just all about money, but it's also about the connections you make and the potential opportunities you come across, and it's just so wholesome to look at these reactions. So Alhamdulillah, that's my reflection. It is 1 a.m. right now, so I'm sorry if I'm not that energetic, but I just want to get this out there before I forget and before it's like not a thing anymore, because I have this problem where there's just so much going on in my life that I want to capture, but I get so busy and then I don't record, and then it's like it's gone now. They're like, it's pointless to record anymore. So I'm here now, forcing myself to be here, even though the lighting and the audio quality might not be optimal and I might not look optimal, but it is what it is. This is how it starts, and hopefully we go up from here.